Let's go. Before we begin, I'd like to thank the Gubbi Gubbi people of the Ndumbi tribe, the traditional owners of the land.
That was good.
The original local legends. Welcome to episode 3 of the Local Legends podcast, brought to you by Little Fat Lamb, working on the sponsorship.
We'll get it.
It's the show with shit questions and even shitter drinks. And for today's episode, we have CaelWhip. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me,
Yeah.
mate. Really
First
privileged.
episode of the podcast that's been filmed. Couldn't do worse than Dave Woodhead on Triple J. Yeah, he sucks. Nah, but he's a man making movements in Coolum on the Sunshine Coast, trying to make music independently. And I think it's all about starting from the ground up, and that's what we're trying to do here today is start something, start a bit of culture in Coolum. Like, we've got a story to tell. We want people to jump on board. And like, I think you would have seen that since you started a short time ago. The local community is really down to get behind
100%.
the artistic element, you know? Like, it's been missing.
And the autistic element.
Shout out. That's where I get most of my abilities from. It's basically a superpower. Yeah. So to start off the show today, I'd like to hit you with a hard question first to get the brain ticking. What's the main motivation behind making music for you?
I mean, initially it was just something different to do. Like, you were writing songs, and I thought, I'll write a song. It was as simple as that, really. Like, at the start, and then just kept rolling with it, and I was getting support, getting listens, that sort of thing, and just kept going.
Was it something you picked up easily?
Yeah, I mean, I've been writing for 6 months, and I've written 50, 60 songs now, released 10. I mean, yeah, it just is. It feels so comfortable doing it.
So I guess, are you going to release most of those songs, or is it just practice building up?
Nah, I think because I am writing shit songs too.
Yeah, you gotta
So,
start off somewhere.
Like, some of the stuff, it's like not shit, but like, I wouldn't release it.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose the next question is, what messages do you aim to get across in your music?
Just do whatever the fuck you want to do, really. Just go for it. Like, try something different. You don't have to go the same path everyone else goes. Just do whatever you want.
I think that's the biggest thing for me, even doing this podcast. It's just about literally giving it a go. Like, if 5 of you watch it, I love you. If fucking 200 of you watch it, I love you. Like, yeah, it's about just giving it a go.
100%.
Do you feel like you've sort of inspired other people by starting this journey?
I'd like to say I would, but I don't think yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
One day I will.
Pretty big claim.
One day, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. We're going to get to the local stuff now because this is Local Legends. How long have you lived in the local area?
I moved here when I was 3 years old from Brizzy and moved to Yaroomba, Goongilla Street, and I've been here since. I went to preschool,
Yeah.
Coolum High, Coolum Primary, Coolum High,
Yeah.
Coolum.
What
All the
other
way.
involvements have you had in the local community?
Oh, Coolum Colts. Been there. I love that place.
Tough as nuts and bolts. Or so I hear. What does Coolum mean to you as a town?
It's just something different. Like, I've never been to a place like this and had that whole community thing of Coolum. Like, there seriously is. Anyone from Coolum could tell you there's no place like Coolum. You can't even explain it. It's just something different.
That's it. It's like its own little community. I feel like it's the right level of development. We haven't got high rise yet, and like it's still got that small town feeling where everybody knows each other.
And fuck Clive Palmer. That fat fuck.
We've got an enemies list on this show. Like, we haven't started it yet, but Clive Palmer can literally be the first one on the list. Just
And Chriso.
Yeah, just chucking names out here, but Chriso from the CBH pub. That's the Coolum Beach Hotel. We're not looking for sponsorships from you. We'll say whatever we want. But the next question is, what are your best memories around town?
Ooh. That's a big one.
So many.
Probably just like at the skate park when we were like 12, 15 sort of thing, just water bombing everyone down the front, like, and just fucking around, jumping on the roofs, like just being fuckheads really. That's probably my most fond memory of Coolum.
Do you feel like living in Coolum has influenced your music at all?
Well, I mean, it's influenced me, so it's got to influence my music.
Your
Sure.
music comes from who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Oh, hold on. Sorry, first episode. We'll smooth it out later on.
We'll cut it all out in
Yeah,
post-editing.
Yeah. What was your first interaction with hip hop?
Fuck. Probably Eminem. I didn't get into hip hop till I was in high school, sort of thing. It was always Green Day. It was always punk. It was always that sort of shit. Yeah, I don't know how. I think it was probably Jarvis actually that got me into Eminem and like that sort of shit. And then I just got into like Listen So. I dropped off hip hop for a bit and then came back to it very recently and just really fall in love with it, like taking it completely.
For me, like hip hop wasn't a natural sort of music to gravitate towards given the area we live.
Yeah.
But I saw the 360 verse keynote rap battle, and I think a lot of viewers will remember the 360 verse cursor battle. Like for me, that was my first taste of hip hop. Seeing,
I feel like everyone's seen that. Everyone has seen that video.
yeah, everybody was on a side. It was like Jacob and Edward from Twilight. You're either cursor or
your
360.
comparison.
Yeah, that's the comparison I'm going to make, just to bring in the female audience as well. But like, I'd never seen Australian dudes doing it before, and I think that's something that's good to see. Is like someone from the local community giving it a go, because like when you see an Australian hip hop artist, you relate to their music more, you relate to their messages more. Like,
well, I shied away for so long from Aussie hip hop. I was over it. I didn't listen to it. And I remember someone showed me 111 Show Off, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I started looking at Chillin' It and shit, and like Wombat, like Lil Snow, and I was going, holy fuck! Like there's shit actually happening that's decent, that's good.
Yeah.
Like for a long time there, like it just wasn't. There was a gap there where shit just wasn't happening.
yeah, I feel like the last golden age of Aussie hip hop was about 2008, when Hilltop Hoods were at their peak, Listen So were at their peak, Draft was at his peak.
Yeah.
And since then, or like it died off for a couple of years, but then the new wave came through.
Yeah.
Then I think I'll skip a few questions down, but it relates to that last conversation. Who are your top 3 Australian artists at the moment?
Currently, fuck, that's a big question. I've got to say Chillin' It, because I just pump that cunt all the time, like, and for the longest as well. Like probably not recently I've been listening to him as much, but like he's gonna be up there. Chillin' It, 111, been doing crazy things, and then Lil Snow. I just
Lil
always
Snow.
Lil Snow, man. He's a little
Lil
legend.
Snow.
I love Lil Snow.
I know, I'll put in a little personal opinion. I don't like the Eshe movement, but Lil Snow, his talent is undeniable. Like,
Yeah, as much as you can hate him.
yeah,
you
when
gotta
you can
love it,
flow on a beat and structure a song,
He does
like
whatever he
does.
wants, yeah.
And that's it. I think whatever art form you're trying to aspire to do, it just comes down to doing whatever you want. Like, literally, just do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think it's the genuine side of things that you appreciate.
That leads me to my next question. When did hip hop become a goal for you?
Only very recently, like I said before, 6 months ago, I wrote what was it, Take One, and then we wrote 4, 5, 7, 3, and then like it was a fuck around for a long time, like 100%, and then I probably 3 months ago I really started going fuck, like people actually, because like it's weird when you make music, you like it, you will always like it, and you always think it's good. And it's sort of hard to believe that other people will enjoy it too.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can you tell me sort of what the response to 4573 felt like to you when people started giving?
Yeah,
positive
it's crazy.
responses?
Like I didn't even want to talk about it with people. Like I was so nervous to release anything, and then people were just loving it. Like people coming up to me that I didn't even know, talking about 4573, and it's like it had 500 views or something. Still doesn't have heaps. It's just like how on such a small scale it can have that big of an impact. It's crazy.
And I think it was because it was so specifically tailored towards the Coolum community.
Yeah, well that was the goal. It was just like grow from the inside, like right to Coolum. That's your influence. That's what you're gonna listen to is your mates. They're gonna share it to their mates. It's gonna stay pretty local, and then just slowly grow that.
And that's why I'm doing this, I suppose, because I want to create something for Coolum. Like if it doesn't leave the town, that's fine.
Who cares?
But yeah, like as long as
Just
I've
have
got
fun.
the support of 4573. I'm happy.
CaelWhip 4573. If winners are grinners, I must be just beginning. 0 to 100 real slow with my Civic. Whipping in the kitchen while I'm cooking butter chicken. Then I'm flexing on the missus, only here for the bitchin'. Started rapping on a beat half a year ago. Now it's every waking minute thinking about some bars I wrote, or how high I'll go and my next to blow. But I couldn't give a fuck about the checks to dough. I ain't in it for the image or the women. Pull it back, I'll let it go, I'm aiming with precision. Wanna be the pedigree, I'm doing things so differently. And fuck university, it almost made the worst of me. I ain't going back, loving writing tracks, living life for other people, how sad is that? Climbing higher than the steeple in the church of rap, breaking even for the people always had my back. I ain't do it for the clout or the fame, I ain't do it for the image or the women or the name. I'll pursue it making music, if the money comes I'll use it. Never gonna see me lose it, never gonna see me lose it. Good, I got the flow to go with most pros. Underrated, that's an understatement, don't you know? Picking up the pieces, playing puzzles like flow. You flexing all this cash, but we honor that's for show. 9 to 5, ain't the life I'm prescribed. Mediocrity is not where I thrive. Wanna do the best I can for this life, put the work in now, so I don't gotta do it twice, ayy. Turn this up, listen now, cause I'm on one. I know not I'm in the back, it's like a Coles run. I know people who deceitful trust no one, they got a lot of nerve, go and smack those scrubs up. Now I'm feeling like the best, feeling like I'm next. But I've got time I work for mine, you'll never see me rest. I shoot my shot like Columbine, I'm aiming for your heart. If people wanna be the best, they don't know where to start. Pick up the pace of running races slower at the start. It's trying way too hard, meowing when they bark. I just want my team to reap the rewards. When I make the bread, I'll break the bread for all my people. Yeah.
Hey, CaelWhip, fuck off.
And we're back.
Yeah, this episode might be a bit of a mishmash, but we're still going to get
It's
you
the first
like,
time with video.
Yeah,
It's some
we're-
real shit. We on MP4, so.
we're still going to get you the main points of conversation, main points of video. Sponsored by Fat Lamb. I think the last question was, do you think you found your sound yet?
Yeah, no, I haven't. No way. Just like every song I've made so far has tried to be a bit different so I can know what I'm comfortable on, know what I'm comfortable with. And yeah, like I started with this sort of more American sound, went to UK, now I'm writing American again, and then just, yeah, no, I don't know. It's not like, whatever I'm comfortable on, I'll know it when I've done it, for sure, yeah.
I've already asked you who your top 3 artists are, but who do you think your biggest inspiration is?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just whatever I'm listening to at the time. Like, it seriously is week by week. Like, if I'm like, I'll have weeks where I'm just listening to J. Cole and Joey Badass and shit like that, and I get pretty deep, like get into it, and then I'll just smash some Aussie hip hop, and I get over things so quickly, and I just bounce back and forth, and then whatever I'm feeling at that time, that's what I'll write. Yeah.
So do you feel like writing music is an outlet for you?
Yeah, for sure. Like initially it was just like, I was just writing like hip hop shit, what I thought hip hop stuff was like, and it wasn't necessarily true. But like now, I'm trying to be more authentic, more real, and just write shit that I'm feeling and not worry about what people are thinking about it. Because that's what I didn't have before.
Yeah, and that shows through in the music when you feel like you're being authentic.
For sure.
If you're authentic, you have confidence. And
you can see it, you can hear it. Even if you're not onto it, you can see it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's the main message of this show, be authentic.
Yeah.
And your music. I think the next question is, over the next 10 years, what's your musical goal? Have you thought that far ahead even?
No way. No, I haven't even thought about tomorrow. Like, it's day by day at the moment. It really is just like every day, every spare second I have, I'm writing, I'm doing something music-wise. And then every other second I'm working. It's like, it's just whatever's happening. I'm not thinking too huge at the moment. I want to do another video clip, but that's still very short term. 10 years, not even thought about that.
While we're here, shout out Dill Stubbs, friend of
My man.
Yeah, friend of the Little Fat Lamb podcast.
Yeah.
Did the #1 video clip. Go
Legend.
check that
Hooked
out.
me up big time, for real deal. You're a legend.
Do you want to just talk about what Dill did for you?
Yeah, well, he just, I think he was initially Jake's mate, and he just hit me up. Well, I hit him up, and I was like, because he'd heard my music. He's like, that's it. It's shit. It's sick. Like, it's not shit.
It's not shit. I can
I promise. I promise.
Shit.
It's not shit. But yeah, he just hit me up. I hit him up, and I was like, do you want to do a music video? Like, not expecting much from it. He's like, yeah, man, 100%. He did it all for free. Like, came from Stratty, big effort, and I fucking wigged out a bit on acid after it, and probably scared him a bit. But we're here now, and it was a sick video clip. It was so like. He put so many hours into it for free. Like, that's genuine.
And that's the main thing. It's like not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
All about
Sure.
networking.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're sort of hoping to do with this, hoping to do with our music, is bring as many people out of the shadows that there are. Because there's so much hidden talent around town.
100%.
There's so much hidden talent everywhere.
It's just about doing it. It's the biggest thing. Like, people can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not doing shit with it, nothing's gonna happen from it. And just, create a scene, make shit happen.
Yeah, you just gotta give it a go. And I feel like my talent's kind of Fat Lamb.
That is a talent. This has been very hard. This is Nixie's choice, not me. I would never do this.
Like, this is sponsored basically. I'm only plugging it continuously so I get free Fat Lamb. Yeah.
It's not too much out of their pockets.
Nah, the podcast is just a side note. I'm basically a 50% investor. I've filled their pockets. Like,
the amount of shit you've sold to other people as well. It's fun.
Yeah. Alright, the next question. Who's your dream collaboration? It can be big, it can be international, no limits. Dream collaborator.
Probably Lil Snow. I'd fucking love to do a track with Lil Snow. That'd be so sick. And it's somewhat realistic as well, I guess. But yeah, I love his flow, and I've got a similar flow to him sometimes. But Lil Snow would be fucking sick. I'd love that.
Shout out Lil Snow.
Shout out Lil Snow.
Friend of the show.
Snow season.
Yeah. Yeah. A big question here. What do you see as your strengths in the music industry?
I think initially I thought I was a lot better at marketing and getting myself out there and do it. Like, music is so much more, like, getting out in music is so much more than musical talent, obviously, because you can see people with all the talent in the world, and there's people like Drake that get people just writing all their shit for them, and then they just throw that out. It's a brand. You build a brand, and I feel like I'm pretty good at that. That's my strength.
Marketing. Definitely. Like, I feel like you've built your name so quickly in 6 months.
Yeah.
There's people who've been rapping for 10 years.
That are better than me, way better than me at rapping.
And that's it. Like, I think it's about pooling your resources and using your strength
for sure.
to your benefit.
And using what you've got,
Quick intermission. How you find the fat lamb?
It sucks. It's so shit. It's painful. This is my second one as well.
Yeah.
And it's still hurting. It just hurts the same.
Yeah.
But sponsor us, Fat Lamb. We love it. It's great. Isn't it what you're meant to do? That's your whole market. It sucks. Like, it's cheap.
That's kind of the idea behind the Fat Lamb. I want to put the guests in a painful situation.
You've got to be uncomfortable.
Keep them honest. Yeah. When they're uncomfortable, they're the most vulnerable.
Yum.
Get the best answers.
Fat Lamb.
Fat Lamb.
This has been more Fat Lamb than me this episode.
I feel like when you have Fat Lamb too, you reveal your innermost like truths and thoughts.
Your innermost evil shit inside. It comes out.
Alright, quick question that I actually didn't have written down. But what is the most evil shit you would do?
What does that mean?
I don't know, it's a question.
No, I don't even know what that means. It's getting evil. It is getting evil.
The most evil shit I would do is try and film a podcast on 4 fat lambs. I think we've done well so far. So before it gets too much more messy,
it's getting bad.
Yeah, I'll finish with. Oh, I won't finish yet. We'll do one more question, 2 more questions. What are your weaknesses in the music industry?
I care way too much what people think. Like, that was the biggest barrier, and it wasn't for all of you guys. I seriously wouldn't have ever put anything out there. I wouldn't have even written a lyric if it wasn't for you guys. Like, without that sort of support, every step, every song, everything I did, I care so much about what people think, and I've gotten a lot better. Yeah. Because I understand, like, it's different when you release and shit. You just think the worst of it, like, because you put, like, for me, I'm putting so much into it, and you feel so vulnerable releasing something you put everything into and that you care about. It's hard to put it out there. Yeah. For anyone to judge. So it sounds like you've sort of stepping up past that though, so that won't hold you back for too much longer. Do you think I'm getting better? Every song, everything I do, all the support I get in response from it is getting easier. It's getting better. So you think as you get bigger, that won't be such a barrier? No, and I think that's like with anyone. We're all people. Like, that's it. People do care about what people think. That's why we've got Fat Lamb. To loosen our lips. To help us. Yeah, help us shake our hips. Alright, I'm actually going to wrap it up now. How do you see the future of hip-hop on the Sunshine Coast? I just want to see a scene. Like, I know there's people that can rap. Like, I know there's people that can do shit. Like, it's seriously at the point now where it's just like, just do it. Yeah. It's not like, people have just got to do it. People have just got to get out there and try something different. Fucking expose yourself. Make yourself uncomfortable. It's the best shit to just get out the other side. I think we're in a unique position where there really isn't a scene yet. Nothing, so if we start, like if you start... Like, people are still doing shit. Yeah. People are, like, but it's not, like, no one's shouting out 4573 really, or anything like Sunny Coast. Yeah. So I think to finish the episode, Local Legends episode 3 with CaelWhip. We do a nudie run. No. We could. Next episode, let us know how that fucking goes. But could you just shout out all the people that you want to shout out and just let us know what you got coming up? Yeah, well, first of all, like I said before, seriously would not be here without my mates. Like, lean on, if you're scared of doing shit, lean on them. Like, they'll give you the best advice. They'll tell you if you're shit as well. And I have been told that, like, but you just gotta do shit. Like, seriously, shout out 4573. They fucking backed me to the hills and couldn't have done anything without it, mate.
thank you, CaelWhip, for coming on to episode 3 of the Local Legends podcast,
No
brought
worries.
to you by Little Fat Lamb. I'm doing this for Coolum. If you've got a talent, if you think you're a legend, come see me.
DM this bloke. Village Idiot 4573.
Yeah, 4573 is who we're doing it for. I'd just like to give a special thank you to Aqua, Smitty, Turbo, the crew of the Local Legends
They're
podcast.
behind, you can't see them.
They're the team that have helped make this work.
We just get pissed and watch it.
Yeah.
And
That's
to
it.
finish this off, Smitty's going to serenade you all with the guitar solo.
And
so
also, quickly, we've got more episodes coming. Shen Panthers are next. And as I said, if you're a local legend,
Coolum Beach.
let me know. Let's do a podcast. Thank you for watching.